Conformity. As a noun, it means compliance. As a verb, it means to act to comply. No matter how you use it, it's still a form of defiance. Not to society, but to yourself. You put your uniqueness on a shelf, hidden away from the average eye, just so you can fit in with those who surround you. To be accepted, we think it's to be loved. We think it's to be wanted. But in reality, that's not the case. We should only feel the need to embrace what makes us different, embrace what makes us unique. So what if we don't look like them, dress like them, or act like them? You are more than just a copy. You are you, and no one else is a better version of you than you. We see people in movies who seem like they've got it all together. It seems like life can't get much better. Much like films, fashion does the same. We see these models in their waists as thin as plastic bottles, with legs that look like they could break if a gust of wind were to catch them, with plastic expressions painted on their faces, wearing clothes that drape in all different places, clothes that barely fit. But we see this and we throw a fit. We say, I need this, I need that. I need to look like her, and that's that. Like this will be the answer to all of our problems. Like this will make us like everyone else. This will put us on a map as being a part of something. But have you ever thought that only 3% of the world looks like this? Only 30% can afford clothes like that? But do we care? No. We strive to look like them, to be like them. We starve ourselves and go through hell to dwell in 2 seconds of satisfaction, followed by 20 years of self-reconstruction. Reconstruction of our minds and reconstruction of our health, trying to put ourselves back together from the damage that we caused. After reconstructing ourselves, we reconstruct our credit, because we knew that we put ourselves in debt to buy clothes that were only just a trend that lasts 2 weeks. Now what do? We've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. For what? To be noticed? To be liked? To be accepted? Yes. At the time, this seemed right. This seemed like we had acceptance in sight. Our minds were blown with the universal idea, the universal feeling of being one with society. So finally, we are all the same, right? Wrong. We will never look like everyone else. We will never have faces like theirs, with bodies like them, with pictures in Vanity Fair and money that we spend without a care. You will always look like you, because you are not a copy. You are you, and no one else is a better version of you than you. You will always have those chubby cheeks and rounded hips, with knobby knees and full lips, eyes dark. They look like they hold true beauty inside and out. Hair that's not as straight as others, but has tight curls that looks as if it holds true knowledge unlike any other. You might not have the trendiest clothes, but at least you do not have a bank account that says overdrafted. You can look at this and say, I did it. I have stayed true to myself. I have achieved true happiness. True happiness. Not man-made happiness, but self-made happiness. And all I had to do was remember, I am not a copy. I am me, and no one else is a better version of me than me. Have you ever thought of the people who have conformed? Have you ever thought about whether they're truly happy? Happy with their lives and happy with themselves? From experience, I will have to say no. Along with conforming comes suffering and forgetting. You forget what it feels like to be you. You forget what it feels like to be comfortable with your talents. You forget what it feels like to be free. To be free. Isn't that what life is all about? To be free? It's our God-given right to be free. It's our constituted right to be free. It's our declared right to be free. Freedom of speech, petition, assembly, press, and religion. Freedom of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, which is the famous phrase of the Declaration of Independence. This declared us independent from England and the control they had over us. With this in mind, shouldn't we as individuals have our own Declaration of Independence? The title should say in all caps, in big, bold typing, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. As a matter of fact, this is your declaration, not only of independence, but of freedom and individuality, of happiness and uniqueness. So conforming. That's what my whole rant is about, right? Conforming? Conforming isn't worth losing yourself over. It isn't worth leaving your life in ruins, leaving your body in ruins, and leaving your future in ruins. It isn't worth the everyday struggle of overthinking everything, trying to figure out whether it's the normal thing to do, or to wear, to say, or to declare. Because who cares? No one is really looking at you. They are all only truly concerned with themselves. We walk in a land of narcissists. This land is crawling with self-concerned people. So why worry about whether they will judge you or not? And if they do judge you, just hold your Declaration of Independence high enough for them to see it, high enough for them to read it. Let them read it and let them repeat it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And as they're repeating it, continue to walk by with pride, with your head held high, because you know that you are not a copy. You are you, and no one else is a better version of you than you.